Alright, we are opening up Homeworld 3 for the first time. They are a very kind sponsor for tonight's stream, so we're going to be trying this game out for a couple of hours to see what we think about it. If you're watching this, well, live, this game goes public in 2 days. If you do buy the, it's like called Commander's Edition, it's like the Boost Goose version of the game, you can play it right now. If anyone has any questions about what we're doing for the next couple of hours, exclamation Homeworld in the chat has got your information. It is a RTS type game, which I am very much into. I've been playing those for decades, which is part of the reason I jumped to try this out. And I'll have a giveaway for the live audience at the end of the segment. All right, so let's try this out. Press any button to start. Let's do it. All right, let's see, main menu. Okay, so we're gonna go to new campaign. Do I want the tutorial? Yes, I do. Absolutely, I do. Teach me, Senpai. Teach me, Space Senpai.
Training will begin with reviewing and testing fleet functionality necessary for future missions.
Objectives? Oh, I'm in. Okay.
Mission goals are expressed as objectives. Missions may require multiple objectives to be accomplished, either linearly or concurrently. Situational awareness is key for control over the battlefield.
Camera look and rotation. To look around with the camera must be engaged by pressing and holding right-click. If using modern controls, the camera will look around the camera's current point of view. If using legacy controls or if focused on any object, the camera will orbit around the camera's focus point. Right-click plus mouse movement will look or orbit the camera in any direction. All right, continue.
Practice rotating your view. Rotate your view to get a better angle of the mission area. Center the view on the mothership. Now rotate to look at the asteroid bay. And now rotate your view to look at the friendly carrier.
Is that them? I don't, okay, the problem is, what's the carrier? Oh, it's up here.
Next is moving your view. Attempt this now.
W and S will move the camera forward and back. A and D will turn, okay, I've already done this. Oh, E and Q moves it up and down. That I didn't know. If the setting for camera translation is always high tempo, result shift to increase camera set. You can sprint the camera? Okay, so this is EQ. Alright, move the camera. Okay,
move
done.
your view to closely view the nearby asteroid bay. Finally, adjust the height of your view to gain or reduce elevation in the mission area. Attempt to gain a close view of the Allied carrier above now.
Camera zoom. Mouse wheel will zoom the camera forward and back. If in orbit mode, pressing both right click and left click while moving the mouse up or down will also zoom the camera in and out. If using modern controls, the zoom input will translate the camera forward or backward and infinitely. If using legacy camera controls, the zoom has a max and minimum distance relative to the focus point.
The zoom command can accomplish this same task, albeit more easily. Try this now.
Done.
At any time, the mothership can be quickly returned to via a dedicated command. Try this now.
There are a few built-in shortcuts to quickly select important units. Tilde to select every unit in the fleet. Home to cycle the camera between all production-capable units. F1 to... Oh, this is a lot of information, considering I haven't played this. F1 to select a valid production unit, preferring the mothership. F4 for military, F5 for strike, F6 for corvettes, F7 for frigates, F8 for capitals, tilde to select every utility unit in the fleet, control period to select every resource controller in the fleet. Okay.
Mothership.
Alright, I pressed F1. Okay. Sensors Manager. Pressing space or clicking on the button at the lower center of the HUD will toggle Sensors Manager View. Sensors Manager View is a streamlined visualization of the area of operations. Surface details are simplified, color gamut is restricted, and units are viewed as class icons. This provides a broad overview of the entire area, allowing macro decisions to be made more easily.
The Sensors Manager is critical for quickly surveying the entire mission area all at once.
Alright.
Good. The direction of critical positions in the mission area will be shown on the sensors gyro.
Let's see. The directional gyro is a spherical display located at the lower center of the screen. Important locations or objects are indicated via arrows that appear on the surface of the directional gyro sphere. As the camera moves and rotates, the sphere and the arrows remain locked to the environment's orientation. There are 3 types of indicator arrows. Combat indicators are red by default and point towards a combat zone. Combat zones are where your units or allied units have engaged in hostile units. Objective markers are yellow by default and point towards active objective marker. The flagship indicator is green by default and points toward the flagship of the current fleet. This is often the mothership.
The first marker shows the direction of the mothership. This second marker points towards objectives and related points of interest.
Okay, so that's
Finally,
this thing down here.
The last marker indicates the direction of any combat events currently underway.
Okay.
The Sensors Manager allows you to see the positions of the fleet, as well as their line of sight. Orders can also be issued from this view. All units have a sensors range, their effective sighting radius as a sphere around them. Units outside this range are usually undetectable, and these areas are the dark fields of the Sensors Manager. All units have differing sensors range. Spreading ships out, or building units that specialize in high sensor range, can provide crucial information on enemy positions. Resources are highlighted with triangular points of interest. At any time, a tactical pause can be issued. Use this to your advantage to plan or issue orders under high stress or time-critical situations.
What's the pause button? The tactical pause system allows the gameplay speed to be adjusted or virtually paused at any time during gameplay. All actions are still available, including selecting units, issuing orders, and queuing production. To toggle between current gameplay speed and virtually pause, press P. To adjust the speed of gameplay, P and mouse wheel to increase or decrease game speed by 25% increments.
Initiate and then cancel a tactical pause now. Note that while paused, units cannot react to orders. Likewise, objectives cannot be completed. Operation speed can be reduced by intervals of 25% using the dedicated command. Try this now.
Nope, wrong button. That's not it. Okay. So I said P. Okay, done.
Before beginning operations, we will focus on the mothership.
Press mouse wheel or F to focus the camera on the selected object. Focusing on an already focused object brings the camera closer. Alternatively, Alt left click on an object to focus the camera on it without changing the current selection. Performing this action on terrain moves the camera to the terrain.
This can be done with a dedicated command to enter a focused view. Try this now.
Attention.
Left click and hold anywhere, then click to create a bandbox of the unit to select it.
This is command.
Okay, focus
When
it.
ships have been focused on, your view will be set to orbit around the subject. Attempt to orbit your view around the mothership with it in focus.
Wait, what? Oh, there we go, got
Your
it.
view can also be zoomed in and out from the subject. Try this now.
Oh, yeah.
Now for commands.
Okay.
All unit operations begin by designating a unit to issue orders to.
To manually select a unit, either left-click directly on the unit or its tactical class icon, or press and hold left-click and drag the cursor to create a box. When the box is released, any units inside the bounds of the box become selected. Press and hold shift when selecting a unit to add it to the current selection instead of replacing the current selection. Alright, that's standard for RTS. Double-click left-click on a unit to select all on-screen units of that type. Control left-click on a unit will also select all of type. To clear the current selection, either left-click empty space, create an empty bandbox, or press escape. Note that when selecting multiple units, military priority is active. If the potential selection includes military and non-military, only the military units will be selected.
Start by selecting the resource controller.
Select the resource controller.
Controller
Okay.
on location. Please advise.
Not all ships are combat vessels, but each class of ship has a unique role, function, and set of abilities.
He's got like flying
The
Twinkies.
mothership is a slow but well-armored shipyard, capable of fending off rudimentary threats on its own. The resource controller's resource ability is used to harvest resource units, RUs, primarily from resource patches found in asteroids or structural debris.
To produce additional units for the fleet or research new technology to enhance the existing fleet, resources are required. Resources can be found in asteroids, in containers, or on the surface of ancient megalithic structures. To harvest resources, you select a resource controller and then click on or press the hotkey of the resource ability button to have the resource controller automatically search for and harvest resources. It'll search for them on its own. You don't have to like find them and click on them. Alternatively, select a resource controller and tap right-click on a harvestable object to begin resourcing that specific object. Okay.
Additional resource
So these
controllers
are SCVs.
allow the collection of RUs from multiple resource sites at the same time. With the resource controller selected, begin a resource operation. These RUs will be used in further ship production and research. Resource controllers are unarmed and should be protected. While very vulnerable, they have several additional uses, including recovering mission-vital objectives in the AO, and in some circumstances, even capturing enemy ships. Growing the fleet is essential for every operation.
Research. Some units and their abilities require research before they can be produced or used. Research can be done via the Build Management panel. Hovering the cursor over an entry will display research prerequisites, if any. Press B or click on the Build and Research button in the upper right-hand corner of the screen to access the Build Research Management panel. Pressing B multiple times will cycle between production-capable units if there is more than one available in the fleet. If there's only one, pressing B will toggle the panel on and off. Press Ctrl B to directly toggle the panel on and off regardless of the number of production-capable units available.
Open the Build and Research command interface to begin unit production.
B.
In some instances, technology must be researched before production can begin. Recon strike craft are now available. Research in order to produce a small contingent of ships for the fleet.
Unlock Recon. High-speed, cheap harassment
One
scout.
whole year with Daddy Muck.
Thank you, Rom. Strong versus utility and opponents with low hull integrity, weak to weaponized units. Is it going? Oh yeah, there's like a bar in the background. Okay, so it's researching.
Designated. Begin your collection.
Research can be performed
some of these have
through the
disappeared.
associated command interface.
Research
Now
complete.
that the technology is available, the fleet can be reinforced.
Unit production. To grow the fleet, to improve the ability to respond to the type and scope of engagements, press B or click on Build and Research button in the upper right-hand corner of the screen to access the Build and Research Management panel. Pressing B multiple times will cycle between production-capable units if there is more than one available in the fleet. If there is only one, pressing B will toggle the panel on and off. Pressing Control B directly this is the same as last time, isn't it? Left-click on an entry to either begin research or production of a unit. Shift left-click to queue a batch simultaneously. Oh, that's like total annihilation. And planetary annihilation. Mouse wheel to pause research or production. Right-click an entry to cancel research or production of an in-progress item. Shift right-click to cancel batch units simultaneously. Okay, other than the mouse wheel, that and that are the same as the Annihilation games. Unit categories can be expanded or collapsed by clicking on them. The active production unit can be changed using the arrows or the drop-down menu. Clicking on the unit portrait will select the active production unit. Double-clicking it will focus the active production unit.
Motherships and carriers specialize in unit production. Larger or more powerful ships take longer to build, as well as more resources. If the fleet runs out of resources, production will stall during its creation.
Oh, there it goes. It's making little ships. It's having babies! It's making spaceships. Looks like I need to make like 10 of them to accomplish this objective. And where are they going? Oh, right here. They're lining up right there. Ah.
Ready to copy.
This is my new ship. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
We'll need a contingent of recon strike craft.
Operations.
Okay. So I'm spending that stuff. These
Recon production complete.
guys.
Military units
guys
can
go
be
mine
selected
that
for
stuff.
orders like non-military ones, but all military units can be selected at once through the dedicated command. Try this now.
Select all F4 for all
Update
military.
Move the contingent of recon ships to the marked point to scout beyond our position.
Unit movement. To issue a unit movement order, select at least one unit capable of moving and tap right-click on a surface to issue the movement order to that location. Alternatively, click or press the hotkey of the movement ability, or press right-click in an empty space to activate the movement disc. With the movement disc active, move the mouse to indicate how far the unit should move, then press and hold left-click and drag the mouse to adjust the height of the destination, then tap left-click. Hold on. Right-click in empty space. Move the mouse to indicate how far the unit should move. So empty space is the tricky part, because if I click an empty space, it doesn't know if I want to move 5 feet in that direction or 5 miles in that direction. Then press and hold left click and drag the mouse to adjust the height of the destination and tap left
Our
click.
units can take advantage of terrain as a shield against oncoming threats. During combat, pilots will attempt to take advantage of whatever cover is nearby, but giving them path directions that take advantage of cover can be paramount to mission success. Units can also be directed to positions out in open space.
Destination, okay.
Vector set, en route.
Shifting to supercardioid scan pattern. Let's hope we see them first.
Gonna make more recons. Like, is it tutorial mode night? Yep,
Attention.
I'm learning.
Hostile presence detected ahead.
To attack one or more hostile targets, select a unit capable of attacking, then press and hold Control left click, and drag the mouse to create an attack bounding box. Then release to attack any targets inside the bounds of the box. So I hold Control, drag a box, and they murder anything inside it? Alternatively, select a unit capable of attacking and tap right-click on a hostile target to attack that target. Press the attack hotkey and tap left-click on terrain to attack move to that location. After defeating the enemies in their path, units will carry on the assigned location. Or you can press the move hotkey, hold Control, okay. So that's just 4 ways of doing the same
to
thing.
engage the hostile presence.
Okay.
Target understood.
Attack order.
Group 2 designated.
I wanted to see if
Recon
that
production
would work.
complete.
Send message. Receiving.
Alright, let's do a pause. And you guys murder that.
Locking up strike craft.
It's 10v3, you guys better win.
Adjust lead. Target is shifting. Scratch 1.
So it looks like they make passes at each other.
Lead into it. Ion engaging. Vector is clear.
I'm wondering, how much can I micro?
Receiving.
Can I take the low health guy and get him out of here while the others keep fighting? Looks like it.
Watch your break.
Now, how about repairing? I'm wondering how well that works.
Sending.
Target zeroed. Watch for support fire.
Fleet. Recon lead. We're on station.
Dock the fighter? Where do you dock it? In the base or on the mothership?
Lining up for a run. Call the lead.
It's taken them a long time to kill this last one.
Position secured. Ship behavior can also be controlled through formations and stances.
Formations. Formations organize units into certain shapes or arrangements. Okay. Certain formations may be more or less beneficial depending on the task being carried out by the units in formation. To put them in a formation, first select at least 2 units, then either left-click on the formation button in the selection panel, or right-click on the formation button to bring up the direct selection menu of possible formations, and then left-click on one of the options.
Start a new formation.
Rolling in for SO. What's the word, lead?
Wait, what did I just do?
Copy. Move to SO Alpha and
What?
maintain minimum.
Channel open. Stand by.
What is happening? I just lost my HUD. Hang on. Was that a bug? I don't know if that was a bug or if I just clicked something wrong.
Mothership.
So I was trying to call the ship.
Formation.
Yeah, I can't click on that.
Go.
It's an ion storm. I don't know if you're being serious or not. So I had all my ships selected, and I right-clicked on the mothership to see if they would come back for repairs.
Coming through. Receiving.
But I lost my UI. I can still open this. I can't save during it? Homeworld 3 lost UI. You're going into story? I mean, I can't see anything. Maybe you entered cinematic mode by mistake? Maybe? I just
A formation is
literally
best seen with a group of units selected first. Highlight several units and start a new formation.
It's a story bit? No, I'm supposed to... I'm supposed to select a formation,
Receiving.
but I don't have the formation button down here. I think it's backspace. Ah, whoever said backspace, thank you. Okay.
Ready to
Alright,
copy.
formation. Thank you. My hand was nowhere near the backspace key. I did not hit the backspace key.
Received.
Formations change how ships align themselves in relation to one another. Formations can affect grouping, ability to focus fire damage, and even vulnerability to certain weapon types. In addition to placing units in formation, behavior can be fine-tuned through stances.
Stances. Stances affect how units behave, particularly when in formation. To change a unit's stance, first select at least one unit, then either left-click on the stance button in the selection panel to cycle between the 3 stances. Or right-click on the stance button to bring up a menu and left-click on the one you want. You can cycle them with brackets if you want. Aggressive, passive, or neutral. Respond to attackers in weapon range if engaged, or they will not pursue or engage ones on their own. Okay, so this is kind of like... This is normal, this is like hold position, and that's... Okay, alright.
Stance influences many factors, including unit formations, attack patterns, and cover usage.
Okay, I
Wing
changed their
support
stance.
close up. Watch and shoot.
Alright. This guy's got low health. Doc?
DC.
Allied ships inbound.
Got room for us?
Karkshine DC copies. Navlink set. Welcome back.
Copy DC. Approach set. Coming in.
So you just got
Recon
fully
here.
repaired, I
Channel
think.
open.
That's cool.
Go with message.
Alright. Okay, press and hold Control left click and drag a box to attack any targets within the bandbox area.
Recon here.
Select a unit. This allows for faster, more general commands. Alright, so like that. Did you play the original Homeworld? I have not, no.
Hostiles destroyed.
I've enjoyed many
Transferring
RTSs in the
command of
past,
the
but I have
Allied
not played the Homeworld
Interceptor
series.
strike craft to you now. Your ships have suffered casualties. Replace and reinforce the fleet as resources become available. Units can be quickly repaired by sending them to dock with either the mothership or a carrier. Dock with the carrier now.
this is flight lead looking to put down. I'll go back.
We see you.
This is Carter
ILS back at Santa.
You're clear to dock. Link is set.
Understood.
He's got my flight position
Dock
installing now.
vector
Excited about
locked.
some epic space battles soon. Nice.
As mentioned prior, carriers can also build units. Switch to the newly transferred carrier in the build menu to begin unit production from it. To bolster our fleet, build additional interceptors from the carrier now.
Okay.
Attention.
Go for recon.
What was the button to select the
This is
workers?
command.
Oh, not that.
Send your message.
Is there anything for them to... any other stuff for them to mine?
Research complete.
What if I hit,
Heading there now.
find the nearest resource deposit.
Updating as needed. Sensor relay looking good.
Where'd they go?
Almost like I've done this a few times.
Initiating move. Stand by.
EOS active. Collision avoidance tracking stable.
I'm not sure where they're going. Carrier-built interceptors. Is it not doing it? Did I not tell it to do that? I'm queuing up some more.
While carriers can't build capital ships, they're
There they
more
go.
mobile than the mothership and can quickly reposition themselves across a battlefield.
Oh, that's where they're going.
Ops, controller. We are in position. Collectors are active.
And let's
Set
go back over
message.
here. Build 5 interceptors from the
Bolstering
carrier
unit
complete.
numbers is only one way to reinforce the fleet. New abilities for units can also be researched, which will give units extra utility or an edge in battle. Begin researching the ability upgrade for interceptors.
Build research. How? What? So this is the build research menu. How do I research the upgrade? Oh, this is probably it. Allows the unit to gain a temporary damage boost at the cost of its hull armor. Oh god. Okay.
Yeah,
I
controller.
like watching these guys work. Alright, so I'm just waiting on that research to go. Is there fishing? I mean, they're fishing for salvage right now. Does that count? That makes it an MMO, right?
Receiving. Send.
Upgrade.
Once researched, the technology is made available for all units it applies to. Most units will not use their abilities automatically and must receive direct orders. With good timing, this can turn the tide of an operation.
Drastically increase weapon fire rate for a
Test the newly
cost per
researched
unit's
ability
armor.
now.
Activate overcharge. I'll do it on one of them.
Interceptor ready.
Good. The ability will be active for a short period of time before going on cooldown. Using unit abilities frequently will give you an advantage in battle. The next location will allow units...
Hold on. This is very, very important. Someone redeemed to turn into a potato.
Take advantage of the tunnel to navigate, shielding them in the event of oncoming fire. Direct the contingent to the target position.
Ready to copy. Understood. Moving now.
Cap set.
Just trying to clear up some packet losses with FleetNet. Here, watch the overlay for a minute. All you send.
Group 2 reinforced.